What's up, pranksters? Welcome back. Welcome back to another how to get more Halloween candy video. So basically in this video, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get more Halloween candy this year when you go trick-or-treating. Now these are really simple tips that anybody can do. Pretty much any kid can attempt to get the most Halloween candy. But before we get started with these guys, let me announce the giveaway. If this video gets 1,000 likes, in my next video, I will gift someone a treat basket full of Halloween candy. Now that person I will choose at random from the comments below. So if you want to participate, all you gotta do is like this video, subscribe, and in the comments just tell me what your favorite candy is and why it's the best candy in the whole wide world. That is it, guys. Participate, you have nothing to lose, and a big treat basket full of candy to win. Alright, so if you're a kid who wants to get the most Halloween candy this year, what can you do? There's so many tips out there that will get you more Halloween candy. But there are some simple ones that you don't really have to do much and will still get you a lot of candy. Some are hard tips, some are easy tips. Well, these ones I'm about to show you are very simple. You don't really have to do much and it will help you get more Halloween candy. Okay, so the first thing you gotta do is, if you attend school that day, you wanna get a lot of candy there. So if you're having a Halloween party, which a lot of kids do, on the day of Halloween or the day before, try to get as much candy as possible. A lot of kids will bring candy. Some kids will bring extra candy for their friends. Teachers will. And speaking of teachers, during lunchtime, if possible, you might want to go down the hallways, trick-or-treating at every teacher's door. Just knock, trick-or-treat, and see if you can get some candy that way. Of course, you'll have to wear your Halloween costume that day to school, but come on, which kid doesn't wear their costume to school? Well, if your school is lame, then maybe you can't wear your costume. But if you go to a really cool school, then yeah, you can get extra candy from your teachers. And I've stated this before. If you're gonna go trick-or-treating, the first house you ever wanna trick-or-treat at is your own. Why? Well, because if your parents are passing out candy that night, you wanna save some candy for yourself. So ask your parents to set aside some candy for you for later on, or just grab it and put it in your treat basket, or better yet, just leave it in your room so it doesn't weigh you down when you're trick-or-treating. But yes, trick-or-treat at your own house first. Now, as you're ready to go out and trick-or-treat, try to go to the neighbors that you know, the neighbors that are friends with your parents, or the neighbors that you're friends with their kids. And if you're wearing a mask, make sure to remove it. Take it off. They gotta recognize you. They gotta know who you are, because if they recognize you, obviously they're gonna be giving you more candy than the other kids that they don't know. I know I do. Any kid I recognize, I always give them more candy than any kid that I don't know. So yeah, make sure you remove your mask or make it obvious that it's you. Now, when you approach neighbors that you don't know, or if you're in different neighborhoods and you don't know anybody, what you want to do is look at their house, look for a name to the family. Now, if you're approaching the Smith residence, some people like to hang up a sign that says the Smiths or whatever. You address them by their name. So as you're approaching the house, you say, "Trick or treat, Mrs. Smith," or you can say, "Hi, Mr. Smith, trick or treat." Make it seem like you know them or that you're a friendly person. That'll make them want to give you more candy. Believe me, the friendlier you are, the more chances of you getting more Halloween candy improves. And speaking of friendly, guys, try to make some small talk. Don't have a long conversation with them. Like small talk, like asking about their day, how they are. That will also improve your chances of getting more candy. If you're a shy person, then this tip might not be for you. But if you like to talk and socialize, then yeah, go ahead, try it. Get to know your neighbors, and you'll end up with more candy that way as well. If you know any magic, if you can sing, if you can dance, if you can do anything that will impress your neighbors, maybe just scare them, that will help you get more Halloween candy. Do something extra, not just trick or treat. Doing something extra will boost your chances of getting more candy, and it's cool to impress people, especially if you have the talent to do so. Now, if you lack any talent, then just compliment these people on their house decorations. Let them know that they did a great job with their Halloween decor. Make them feel good about themselves, but do it right before they give you candy. Don't do it afterwards, because chances are they're not gonna give you more. Always try to compliment them before they hand you some candy, because if you don't say anything, they might give you a little pinch. But if you make them feel good about themselves, they'll grab a whole bunch of candy and throw it into your treat basket. If you don't mind investing a little bit into this, go to your local dollar store, buy a bunch of Halloween stickers. Little Halloween stickers, sometimes there's like 200 stickers in one pack for $1. Why stickers though? So that when you approach your neighbor, you give them a Halloween sticker. At this point, you're pretty much sucking up to them. You're giving them a sticker right before they give you candy. They'll definitely feel good about themselves. They'll feel good about the whole situation, and basically, they will give you more candy. I think if you do something nice for them at first, they'll do something even nicer for you afterwards. And lastly, guys, and this one's a funny one. Basically, you carry a fake egg with you at all times. When you're trick-or-treating, you're kind of throwing it up in the air. Make sure that it's visible. Make sure that they can see the egg. So you trick-or-treat, and they'll see the egg and they'll be like, well, if I don't give this kid more candy or a handful of it, he might do something with that egg. So yeah, they might give you more candy because they'll think that you'll egg their house. And if you don't have a fake egg, I wouldn't recommend a real egg because chances are it'll crack at some point. Or you can take a roll of toilet paper too. Yeah, they don't want their house TP'd, so just carry it with you. Don't say anything about it. They'll get the message. You'll get more Halloween candy. And those, guys, are some really cool and quick methods that you can use to try to get more Halloween candy this year when you go trick-or-treating. The idea is always to get maximum candy. So if you try these out, you might achieve that. Now, guys, before I wrap up this video, I want to remind you about the giveaway that I announced at the start of this video. If we get 1,000 likes, just 1,000 likes, in my next video, I will choose someone from the comments and that person will get a treat basket full of Halloween candy. To participate, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment below telling me what your favorite candy is and why it's the best in the world. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll see you pranksters in my next video. Now, this next tip everybody should know, and it's a very basic one and it's a good investment. So what you're gonna do is, of course, you have your main outfit, your main costume that you're gonna wear for Halloween, but you also need a secondary one. Yes, that's right, because we all know how exhausting it is to walk from one house to another, and you get tired, right? So why not trick or treat at the same house pretty much back to back? Yes, because I mean, we've all been there. We've all trick or treated at the same house, like in the same night, sometimes 3 times. So this is what you guys are gonna need. So let's say I'm going trick-or-treating as myself, Nex, with my awesome mask, with my gloves, my hat, and my glasses. So I'm trick-or-treating as Nex. So for every house, I'm gonna be wearing this mask and the hoodie will be on. So my hat will not be visible and I'm gonna have the hoodie on. And this is a dollar store mask. So yeah, it's ugly and this is just for example purposes. So I'm trick-or-treating and I come up to this house and I ask for candy. They'll give it to me, and as soon as I head back, other trick-or-treaters will knock on that same door, and when that person is distracted, I'll simply take off the hoodie as well as the mask, and now I have a totally different costume, and that is perfect because they will not remember me. And again, trick-or-treat, and that's how you kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because like I said, it's really tiring. There's a lot of walking involved in trick-or-treating, although it is worth it because you get to enjoy all that candy afterwards, and you pretty much burn off the calories before you get them back when you eat that candy. So you want to avoid all that exercise, right? Kinda. Maybe you just want more candy like I did. So yeah, that's another tip that you guys should already know. Always have 2 costumes so you can go to the same house back to back.